corporation is also designing the assessment test and the assessment evaluation for the teacher. Is that not a conflict?
Yes.
And how then, the question I asked our legislators that night, how can boards of education stand by and say they don't understand what that means? And if the teacher evaluations are tied also to professional development, and the professional development sequences are also going to be driven by the Common Core, which means that a teacher by definition will have to teach towards the Common Core curriculum, or her assessment will automatically be negative. How in the world did they get away with that from everybody in our state? Somebody please tell me how that happened, because the legislators didn't.
How they did that was unconstitutionally usurping the authority of the local board of education. And to me, it's a de facto takeover of the local board of education's function and authority. They know this. They know this full well. That's why they have gone and done an end run around the law by aligning, quote unquote, aligning things to Common Core, by implementing the testing so that the test, teach to the test. It's all a way to accomplish the goal without the proper authority under the law. And if everyone understands that, then you can make your choice. Is that what you want? Or is that not what you want? Do you want the local board to still have the authority and to have the say-so? Or is that okay with you to do it this way? I mean, that's how they get away with it, by people. There are lots and lots of laws and things that are implemented without any basis of law, and they remain that way until someone challenges it. And that's the problem. And right now, we're in the process of learning what they're doing, understanding it, and the next step, if you don't like it, would be to challenge it. And there is a legal way to challenge it because it's usurping the local board's authority, in my opinion.
Can I just have you clarify? What he's saying is that Pearson is writing the textbooks that say aligned to the Common Core, but then they're also creating the tests. Am I understanding that?
As far as I know, Denise could probably answer this a lot better, but my whole issue is, yes, it appears that the textbooks are being aligned to Common Core, but more importantly, money is being given to teach the teachers how to teach to the Common Core. That's also a huge problem. So, again, it's all the same, it's a circle, yes, an unconstitutional usurpation of the authority.
We might want to think that Pearson is an international corporation in England. It's not even an American corporation. It's got an American branch, but it's not an American corporation. They are not only writing the curriculum, they are not only writing the textbooks, they are telling whether our children will be promoted, exit high schools in 19 states. There are many states that retain children if they don't pass the test. It's also, they moved into the higher ed market. They're now certifying, creating the tests that certify teachers. They're now creating the tests that tell whether your teacher has done well or not. I mean, if there was ever a big brother scare, Pearson's the big brother scare. And I always look at it, I say, well, Jesse, what do you say? I'm saying that school has three components. Curriculum. Curriculum is your math, it's your materials, your resources. It has instruction. That's your teachers, and then it has assessments. So what did NCLB and Race to the Top do? It made a massive shift of money. The old Elementary and Secondary Act said when children struggle, we need to give them services. What Race to the Top and No Child Left Behind did was shift the focus to curriculum and assessment. And you know what? I say that you could put a gold, diamond studded, I don't know, cap on your gas cap. It's not going to do anything for your car. You can turn around, you have the best map, can get you lost. I mean, I'm one of those people following the little MapQuest things that finally gave up tonight and somehow found it here, but it wasn't the map, it's the driver. I said that assess is to sit next to. 300,000 less teachers? That means less art, that means less music, that means less PE, that means, you know what, they're getting rid of things like history, they're getting rid of science, they're getting rid of all those cool things over there, but it's scary.
Let's take this in a tank top.
Pearson, really quickly.
Yeah.
I'm a science teacher.
Okay.
I teach from the Pearson science textbook.
Can everyone hear?
Be louder. I'm
Okay.
a teacher.
Stand up, please.
So I'm a teacher. I'm not in the public school right now because I've lived through all of this and it terrifies me. So I'm sorry, but I went to private school. Pearson does some really pretty textbooks, and I use all of their pictures, but I don't use half of their material. If someone's going to tell me what to do and how I'm going to be assessed, I at least want them to be the best, and they're not.
Okay.
You know, if somebody's amazing, then yeah, sure, go ahead. Not them.
And you're a science teacher?
I'm a science teacher.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to take the question up here. You have your hand up first.
I have 3 questions. I think
Okay.
they're pretty fast. You said that next year the SBAC test will be considered a mastery test.
Yes.
Will we still be able to opt out next year if it's a mastery test?
Well, I had spoken to Deborah about this, and ultimately, you're not going to be able to use the opt-out phrase, but I think you can use that you do not give your consent for the school district to test your child. Ultimately, we retain that right to say that I don't want you testing my child because I feel that is harmful to them.
Okay. I don't think we can ask for.
No, do not keep them home. Do not keep them home. What's going to happen is, I think there's 9-day, right, it's too long, and there's that 9-day period where if they're absent for 9 days, then you need a doctor's note. No. I sent my daughter to school every single day that the SBAC field test was done this year, and I sent her in with multiplication and division flashcards. I sent her in with a book to read. I sent her in with things to be doing while her classmates were taking the SBAC field test.
My daughter read in the library while I was taking that.
Yep.
Okay, my other question is, are Common Core standards being written for PE, art, and music?
For PE, I know.
Are you sure about that? Are you definite?
I'm not definitely.
Okay, that's
I
good.
believe they are, but I'm
I am not sure. However, I will tell you that I am a teacher in Danbury. We had a professional development day the day before Memorial Day weekend, and the afternoon part of that, we were sitting in a group and we were trying to figure out how our curriculum fits in with the Common Core ELA standards. So we are going to, I teach music.
Okay.
I teach middle school music. I'm certified K through 12. So I had to sit there and figure out what part of the ELA standards I could incorporate into my curriculum.
And my last question is, what is the alternative if Common Core is rejected by our schools or state?
I think, I'm gonna put that over, Deborah had to go over it.
What you do? That's already defined in the statute. The local school board is required to have a curriculum committee, and that should be already developing, reviewing, and implementing a curriculum. Period. That's what they should do. They can choose whatever one they want, but that's what they're required already by statute to do.
You can give children best practice. So I brought a little paper today, a little white paper for you, and it talks about a balanced assessment framework. A balanced assessment framework is the model, is the gold standard for the world. It's the model we rejected. So you're welcome to that.